One of the key metrics we want to keep track of is how many homes are actually selling. So when we talk about pendings, that gives us an indication of how many active buyers are in the market and what demand is. Closed sales tell us how many of those buyers and sellers that went under contract actually make it to the closing table. So you can tell in August we had 63 homes close, a significant increase from the previous year. And September we're flat compared to the previous year. Now, if we look at those pending sales that we talked about the other day, we had 82 penned in July, and we had 60 penned in August, and we had 61 penned in September. So those numbers are all above. September, we had 61 penned. 2025, we penned 39 last September. And so in September, we've seen 45 close. We got to keep in mind, though, that oftentimes we have a lag period of offers accepted to getting to the closing table. And that can be, a multitude of things. Our market is a little bit heavier on the cash purchasing side, which can close the timetable it takes to get a home sold. But there's still oftentimes inspections and other contingencies that need to be worked through. Perhaps there's delayed closings, leasebacks, things like that. But you've probably got yourself about a 30 to 60 days would probably be a long closing, but 30 to 45 days is sort of a normal time period to get to the closing table. So I would assume that if we saw 61 penned in September, we will see a higher rate of closings in the month of October, right? And so those things will kind of lag us into the next month or the following month. So again, home sales are super strong as it stands right now. And let's just do a comparison look at what we have year over year. We closed 320 in 2023. We closed 308 in 2024 through September, and we've closed 368 through the month of September in 2025. So a nice healthy increase there. It was interesting in 2024. We saw more pendings, but less closings than we saw in 2023. So we had a lot of fallout there, right? And that could have been inspection items. That could have been just fear of the market. I'm not so sure what every individual case would be, but it might have been an affordability issue. But it was interesting to see our closed sales fall from the previous year. So 2025 is on a healthier trajectory. And again, if we look at that compared to some of the national headlines, U.S. existing home sales dip in August. Existing home sales remain essentially flat in August, which again, ours are up significantly. And again, that's due to the fact that we had such a strong July. Home sales plummet to worst March since financial crisis. Home sales in U.S. take unexpected jump. That's to balance out. That's kind of where it looks like the national level saw an uptick in home sales in the month of August. You've also got the government shutdown, guys. That's something to consider here. Your conventional loans are fine, but there's some loan products out there that aren't being funded right now, and we will see a backlog. So this will impact sales across our state because Idaho does have a lot of rural loans that take place. And so that's something to consider as well. We don't have it as much in the Woodward Valley just due to our price points. Let's look at some of the local headlines that are coming just out of the state of Idaho. Idaho home value trends. It says the average home value in Idaho is $468,000, up 0.6% on a year-over-year basis. Supply and listings, a competition in Idaho. So in September 2025, Idaho had 12,221 homes for sale, up 1.1%. And new listings in that month were 2,686, down a little bit on a year-over-year mark. Idaho's new construction focus and market dynamics in Ada and Canyon County, the Boise area, over 50% of listings in 2025 are new construction homes, something that we just do not see in the Wood River Valley. You go to Idaho Falls, you go to Twin Falls, you go to Boise, you see swaths of subdivisions going in, big builders building things out and bringing on new inventory. And in the Wood River Valley, that is just not something we see. We do not see a lot of new construction homes coming online. And part of that is land costs and just overall cost to build up here. It is a little bit more expensive to build in the Wood River Valley. Record and historic market in Idaho. So KTVB News reports that new housing numbers in Idaho are setting records. So again, there's some interesting headlines out of there. Kind of a national story, right? We're seeing some softening. Idaho still remains relatively strong overall, and you can tell here by these figures that our local numbers are really strong as well. So Idaho seems to be outpacing the national market, and we here in the Wood River Valley, Sun Valley area, doing really good too. Let's just see here. How do we compare to some of the national stuff? So we talked about it the other day on my last post. Some of those macro factors that are out there, right? Interest rates, the Fed shutdown, the stock market, things like that can impact our local market. They haven't really seemed to have an impact on any of that yet, but that could be a lag indicator as well, where we might not see something for the next 30, 60, 90 days. I hope this information is informative and helpful and kind of gives you guys an idea of what is going on in our marketplace. Again, I would love to be your resource for everything real estate here in the Wood River Valley. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, that would be much appreciated. Have a great day.